The company took away our cars to save money, so we followed their travel policy exactly. A few years ago, I worked for a large power supply company in the UK. I was part of a small project team that handled major infrastructure work across the country. The job sounded office-based from the outside, but in reality, we traveled constantly. Site meetings, contractor visits, planning reviews, emergency project calls, all of it usually meant long drives. Across a normal year, most of us averaged around 800 company miles a week. Some months were quieter, depending on where each project was in its cycle, but travel was absolutely part of the job. Because of that, our team had company cars. None of us treated them like fancy perks. We picked sensible cars within the company allowance and planned carefully around the UK benefit-in-kind tax rules, because company cars can still cost employees money if you choose badly. Then finance decided to review things. Someone looked at one quiet quarter of our mileage claims and decided we had not driven enough company miles to qualify for company cars anymore. Not a full year, not the previous projects, not the upcoming workload. Just one 3-month window where several projects happened to be in planning stages instead of site work. Based on that, the company told us our car entitlement was being removed. We would return the cars at the end of their leases. And after that, we could either use our own cars and claim mileage, or use approved travel options. That was when our team did what project engineers do best. We read the policies. The car policy said the company could remove entitlement, but it did not say we had to keep the cars until the leases ended. If we no longer qualified for them, we could hand them back immediately. So at the next team meeting, every one of us handed over our keys. Our line manager looked exhausted before the meeting had even finished. He knew exactly what was coming. And to be fair, he had not made the decision. He understood why we needed the cars. Finance apparently did not. After that, we followed the travel policy word for word. Previously, we had been flexible. If a meeting was far away, we would leave early, drive there in the company car, attend the meeting, then drive home late. It made for long days, but most of us preferred sleeping in our own beds. The company only had to pay a bit of overtime or time off in lieu. That stopped immediately. None of us were willing to put hundreds of business miles a week on our personal cars. So we used the approved alternatives: trains, hire cars, hotels, meal allowances. If a meeting ran too late for us to return within the standard 7.5-hour day, we booked a hotel. If we stayed away overnight, we claimed dinner under the approved allowance. The next day, we worked from home when the policy allowed it. Everything was correct. Every receipt matched the rules. Every claim was signed off because there was nothing wrong with it. The difference was the cost. Train tickets in the UK are expensive, especially when booked close to the travel date. Hire cars are not cheap either. Add hotels, meals, taxis, parking, and admin time, and suddenly the company cars looked like the cheapest option they had ever had. After about 8 weeks, we were called into a meeting with our line manager, the department manager, and someone from finance. The topic was our expenses. The department manager said our travel costs had increased dramatically. That was putting it gently. The first full month after we returned, the cars cost more than the previous year of travel expenses combined. He asked if the claims were valid. Our line manager said they were. Every trip was business-related, every expense followed policy, and he had approved them because they were legitimate. The room went very quiet. Then the department manager said the company had decided we could have company cars again. He said it like he was doing us a favor. We declined. We explained that since the company had officially decided we did not qualify for cars, we were happy to continue using the standard travel policy. Trains, hire cars, hotels, and meal allowances would work just fine. They could not accuse us of breaking rules because we were following them exactly. They could not accuse us of wasting money because this was the system they had told us to use. Eventually, the company had to create a proper exception for our team based on annual mileage and project requirements. All because someone in finance looked at one quiet quarter and thought they had found an easy saving. They took away our company cars to cut costs, so we handed them back early, followed the travel policy perfectly, and cost them more in 1 month than they had spent in the previous year.